I have to admit, I was a bit skeptical when I first got my hands on the HP 17-inch laptop. I've tried my fair share of big-screen laptops over the years, and most of them felt like they were just trying to cram in extra inches without actually giving me anything extra to work with. But, as soon as I started using this one, I realized that it was different. The combination of the AMD Ryzen 7 processor, 32GB of RAM, and the 17.3-inch touchscreen really changed my perspective on what a big laptop can do. If you're interested in checking out the product details, the link is in the description. One of the things that really stood out to me was the 17.3-inch touchscreen. I wasn't expecting it to be as useful as it is. I thought it would just be a novelty, something that I would use every now and then, but not really something that would become a core part of my workflow. But, having that extra real estate makes a huge difference when I'm editing photos or working with spreadsheets. The HD Plus resolution is sharp and clear, without being too hard on the eyes, and the touch response is incredibly smooth. I was surprised by how much I ended up using the touchscreen, and how much it improved my overall productivity. It's one of those things where you don't realize you need it until you actually use it every day, and then you can't imagine going back to a smaller screen. Now, let's talk about the internals, because this is where the HP 17 really shines. The Ryzen 7 7730U processor with 8 cores is a beast. I've thrown everything at it, from multiple Chrome tabs to video editing programs to virtual machines, and it's handled it all without breaking a sweat. The fan noise stays pretty low, even when I'm pushing the laptop to its limits, which is impressive. And the 32GB of RAM is just incredible. I know it's more than most people need, but if you're into multitasking or even light content creation, it's a game changer. I can have multiple apps open at the same time, and the laptop just keeps on going. It's amazing. And the 1TB NVMe SSD? That's not just fast, it's instant. Booting up, loading apps, transferring files, it all happens so quickly that it feels like the laptop is reading my mind. I also appreciate the fact that the storage is expandable. The 1TB SSD is plenty for most users, but if you ever need more space, you can just pop in another drive without replacing the original. That's a huge plus, especially for people who work with large files or need to store a lot of data. And the Windows 10 Pro setup was clean and ready to go right out of the box, which saved me a ton of time. I didn't have to deal with bloatware or outdated drivers, and everything just worked. It was a really seamless experience, and I appreciate that. The backlit keyboard is another small but crucial detail that I really appreciate. I do a lot of typing in dim lighting, and the even backlighting means I don't have to hunt for keys. The keys themselves have a nice travel distance, so it doesn't feel mushy like some laptop keyboards do. And the natural silver finish isn't just for looks, it's lightweight enough that I don't feel like I'm lugging a desktop around, but sturdy enough that it doesn't flex when I'm typing hard. It's a really solid build, and it feels like it's going to last. On the connectivity side, Wi-Fi 6 is a big upgrade if you have a compatible router. I noticed faster downloads and smoother streaming compared to older laptops, which is great. The ports are pretty standard: USB-A, USB-C, HDMI, headphone jack, but they're all where you'd expect them to be, which is convenient. And the battery life is decent for a 17-inch laptop. I wouldn't call it all day, but I'd say I get around 6 to 7 hours with moderate use, which is fine for a machine this size. It's not the best battery life I've ever seen, but it's not the worst either. Now, I do have to mention a few downsides. The weight is one thing, it's not heavy, but it's not light either. It's just kind of there. And the fact that the touchscreen doesn't fold all the way back into tablet mode is a bit of a bummer. If you were hoping for a 2-in-1, this isn't it. But, for a traditional laptop with a big screen and solid performance, it's hard to beat. I think the benefits far outweigh the drawbacks, and I've really enjoyed using this laptop. Overall, I'm really impressed with the HP 17-inch laptop. It's not flashy, but it gets the job done efficiently. If you're someone who works with multiple apps open or just wants a comfortable typing experience with plenty of space to see everything, this could be the laptop for you. It's a solid choice for anyone who needs a big display without sacrificing power. And, if you're interested in taking a closer look, you'll find the link below.